Hello everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. It's not an easy one for me to make. Many of you might know me from my old life, the one where I wore a sharp suit, carried a heavy briefcase, and walked into courtrooms like I owned them. I was a lawyer, a successful one, by most metrics. I won cases, I made a name for myself. I had the power, the status, the respect, and then I lost it all. Getting disbarred wasn't just losing a job, it was like having my identity erased. The person I had spent decades building was gone, replaced by a label, disbarred lawyer. It's a mark of professional disgrace, a scarlet letter in the legal community. The phone stopped ringing. Colleagues who once clapped me on the back now crossed the street to avoid me. The isolation was deafening. You go from a world of constant motion, high-stakes arguments, and strategic battles to silence, empty days, the crushing weight of what you've lost. And more importantly, asterisk. Why, asterisk, you've lost it. Looking back, I can see the rot that had set in. The profession, for me, had stopped being about justice. It became a game. It was about winning. Not what was right, not what was fair, but simply how to outmaneuver the other side. My clients weren't people with real problems. They were pieces on a chessboard. I was so focused on the win that I lost sight of the human beings at the center of every case. I lost my empathy, and when you lose that, you've lost the very soul of the law. My fall wasn't an accident. It was the inevitable result of the path I was on. I made mistakes, serious ones, and I paid the price. The first few months, even years, were a blur of anger, shame, and regret. I felt like a ghost, haunting the life I used to have. I'd see legal dramas on TV and just feel this hollow ache. That was my world, and I was locked out forever. I thought my story was over, but here's the thing about hitting rock bottom. There's nowhere to go but up. The silence that was once so deafening started to become a space for reflection. Stripped of my title, my power, and my ego, I had to ask myself a fundamental question. Who am I without all of that? Slowly, painfully, I started to find the answer. I started volunteering, not in a law office, but in places where people were truly struggling. Homeless shelters, soup kitchens, community centers. For the first time in a long, long time, I wasn't looking at people as potential clients or adversaries. I was just seeing people who had been forgotten by the system, people who felt invisible, the same way I felt. I heard their stories of eviction, of debt, of family troubles, of simply not knowing where to turn, and I felt a spark. It wasn't the thrill of the courtroom, it was something deeper. It was empathy. I realized that all my legal knowledge, all those years of training and experience, didn't just vanish when I was disbarred. They were still there, and maybe, just maybe, I could use them for something good. Not to win, not to build a reputation, but to help, to serve. That's why I started this channel. I can't represent you in court. I can't be your official lawyer, but I can share my knowledge. I can offer guidance, explain complex legal concepts in simple terms, and point you toward resources that can help. This is my journey to redemption. It's not about getting my license back. It's about earning back my own self. It's about proving, mostly to myself, that a person can change. That a fall from grace doesn't have to be the end of the story. It can be the beginning of a new one, a better one. A second chance isn't just something you're given. It's something you build, day by day, with honest actions and a sincere desire to make things right. I want to use this platform to give free legal information to those who feel forgotten. We'll talk about tenant rights, how to handle debt collectors, understanding small claims court, navigating family law issues, and so much more. These are the everyday battles that don't make headlines, but can break a person's spirit. I want to help you feel empowered, not overwhelmed, by the legal system. So, can a disbarred lawyer truly change? I hope so. I'm living proof that you can try. My journey is far from over, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm on the right path. It's not a path to power or status, but to purpose. And that's worth more than any courtroom victory. Thank you for listening to my story. If you believe in second chances, or if you or someone you know could benefit from straightforward legal insights, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to the channel and join me on this new chapter. Let's learn together. See you in the next video.